It's never easy making a hard decision. It's never easy coming to terms with reality. That thing that's staring you in the face, that thing that's telling you to do this or that. But because you're so used to doing things a certain way, you're so used to certain outcomes, you're so used to being able to control the narrative. And when that control is taken out of your hand, it's never easy dealing with what you see laying before you. Now, don't get me wrong, you've tried a lot of different things. You've tried to be that motivator, you've tried to be that teacher, you've tried to be that spiritual advisor, you've tried to be everything to everyone. You have changed with the seasons, you have rolled with the punches just to realize that 13 years later, didn't matter how many times you've changed, doesn't matter how many times you've made sacrifices, doesn't matter the late nights and early mornings, none of that matters now. You realize that you've done your best. You've given everything you could possibly give to something or someone, or maybe a select few, but it doesn't matter. The facts are the facts. And the fact is that you have to now look at where you are, look at what you're doing, look at the analytics, look at the algorithm, look at the changes, look at the platforms, look at the people, look at everything that God is allowing you to really see with very clear eyes. You have to understand that it doesn't matter what you've done in the past. All that matters is what you are doing right now and the feelings you have surrounding those things. And at some point, you have to get real with yourself, because truth of the matter is, you see what you see, and it is what it is. And it doesn't matter what you want to do. It doesn't matter how you do it. It doesn't matter how many times you changed. And it doesn't matter how many times you keep swinging that ask. And no matter how many times you swing that ask, it's still not revealing to you what the next step is. It's still not giving you that great feeling, that high you used to have every time you was like, oh, I'm getting so close, I'm almost there, I can see it, I can smell it, I can taste it, it's right there. And every swing of that axe just makes you realize maybe you're getting further and further away versus closer and closer. And so you keep trying and you keep taking this course, you keep reading, you keep listening, you keep switching. You have turned at this point more times than a pancake. You are done. And people keep telling you, don't give up, don't quit. Just keep going, just keep going. And you realize that when you first started, that day turned into a week, and that week turned into a month, and that month turned into a year. And those years kept adding up, and it didn't really matter what you did. It didn't really matter what came next. You kept rolling and rolling with the punches. You kept swinging and you kept doing your best. And before you knew it, you sat down one day and you looked at yourself in the mirror and you asked yourself a key question. And that question is, where is it going? What has it amounted to? And you sit down with yourself and one day you look. I mean, you really look, and you determine, was it all in vain? And you sit down and you pick up a book. And in that book, it tells you that there is a time to do certain things. There are seasons that you do certain things, and then there are seasons you may have to do the opposite. You know, Kenny Rogers said it best. He says, you got to know when to hold them. You have to know when to fold them. You have to know when to walk away, and you have to know when to run. And of course, the book of all books, the Bible, tells us that there is a season to do so many things. Season to reap, a season to plant, a season to uproot. There's so many things that the Bible tells us in Ecclesiastes that we should be doing at certain times of our life. And I'm at that stage in my life where I'm realizing that I've gone through so many seasons. I've done so many different things on this platform. But the reality of it is this: maybe because of the way things have changed on this platform, it's time that I change too. You see, I've rolled with the punches. I have seeing this platform go to being fun, or from being fun, I guess I should say, to being what it is now. As an educator, it's very difficult to sit back and you pour so many things that are world changing, life changing, just to turn around and see an entity decide whether or not they're going to show your very educational content to the people that need it, or they're going to drop it into the hands of people that really don't care about it. And then you're now at the mercy of an algorithm, or you're at the mercy of viewers to determine whether or not your channel, your content is good enough or it's relevant enough to what the algorithm or the platform is saying. We all go through this at some point in time. And bottom line, none of us own these platforms, but we have the power and the strength to determine whether or not we're going to stay and play these games. Well, I've played a very long time. I have at some point felt like I bent over backwards and just did whatever was required of me, regardless as to the outcome. And now, at the stage and the age that I am, I have now decided to make a shift. I've sat down, I've listened to people that are way more smarter than I am, especially when it comes to this whole YouTube thing and social media thing as a whole, to get a better understanding as to the direction that these platforms are going. And I must tell you, what once was, it was fun. It was exciting. I used to love coming and doing it. Now, the stage that it's in now, not so much. I've sat back and watched various channels in various levels of content in various places and platforms, and I'm noticing those that are getting that push from the algorithm, that support from the platforms. They get the big audiences, and they're really, in my own personal opinion, and you have your own, they really aren't making things better. It seems like everyone's going after the bag. Everybody's just throwing stuff out there, and that seems to be what's sticking. And those that are really giving you the truth, those that are really giving you the things that's going to make your life better, realistically, those are the ones that's being pushed. Those are the ones that's being pushed aside. Those are the ones who you can look at their numbers. Even some people have made videos and they've showed you their own analytics showing you, hey, my content isn't being pushed. I don't know what's going on. I'm being shadow banned. I'm being demonetized. I'm being this and I'm being that. And it's always something negative. But their content is genuine. I mean, things that you can take and literally build a business upon, change your life, build a car. You can do all kinds of things. And these are the types of content that I truly enjoy. But this is the type of content I'm finding that the algorithm, to include my own, is being snuffed out, it's being pushed down, it's being shown not even in front of the people that subscribe to the channel, it's being shown to people that may not be familiar with me, which is cool because getting new faces and new places is a great thing, but it may not be the content that those new people want to see. And when you get words from people saying, man, I didn't get a notification, or I didn't get this from you, 10, or whomever else they're watching, it can be, a blow. It takes a lot of time to make a lot of videos and to put it on your schedule and change your day and make sure that you show up, as they say, consistently, and you're there and you're doing your part. But then you realize, I don't own this. I can't control who sees it. I can't control if this works or that works. And a lot of people now, if you haven't read the current terms of service or guidelines on some of these platforms, a lot of you are about to get blindsided, and your content will also see a huge dip because the rules have changed. And because I'm a person that reads on these platforms, especially the main ones that I'm on, I try to keep up with what's going on, the latest news, the guidelines, the changes, the new features, and what's happening. And if you're not doing that, you're going to wake up one day to a rude awakening, just like I have. But even though all these things are going on that are out of my control, there is something that I can control, and I will always remain in control, and that is what I do and how I move and how I operate. And so, although this video is very hard to make, it is time. It is time for me to do something I probably should have done. And I have tried to do several times before, but I kept saying, give it another shot, give it some more time, try this, try that. And well, I've decided to stay true to who I am and to what God has created me to do. And I've noticed ever since I've started making just small tweaks to the content that I provide here on this channel, I'm noticing that the algorithm is not too happy about it. Now, I don't know if it's because I've kind of tuned up more of the religious sector of things. I don't know if it's because I'm not playing these crazy games that they want us to play on these platforms. I don't know what's going on. And at this point, I really do not care because I'm going to do what I'm ordered to do by a much higher power than this platform. And I've decided to take the next step and to put my content in front of the people that truly will not just hear it, but that will do what they need to do for their own betterment. There are some people that are hearers and there are some people that are doers. And at this season, I'm trying to surround myself with doers. You hear the word, you hear what needs to be done, and then you go and you apply it. You go and you take action. And these are the people that I am truly going to be putting my content in front of. So, what does that mean for this channel? This channel will no longer have me live on it for quite some time. I'm not saying forever, but it will be for quite some time. I will no longer have live streams on this channel. I will be live, I just won't be live here. I will be live in front of the people that have taken the effort to be where I am and that truly want the content that I'm providing, the teachings that I'm providing, the tips and tricks. They are really wanting to know. They hunger for education. If you want the foolishness, there are tons of channels on all these platforms that you can go to, but I've never been a part of these games that a lot of people are willing to play. I've played long enough. Like I said earlier, I've been on this platform for 13 years. I have done all sorts of things. I have changed. Like I said, I've been your motivator. I've been your teacher. I've been your spiritual counselor. I've been your business consultant. I've done it all. I've done so many different things. And now I'm noticing they want a lot of foolishness on a lot of these things, on a lot of these platforms. And I'm just not here for that. And if my educational type content is not what this platform wants, that's fine. I don't own it. They can do whatever they want. But I control the narrative, what the educated natural does and what the educated natural stands for. And I will not be moved. And so what's going to happen from this point forth is that there will be certain videos released on this channel, but they will not be live. There will be no more live content on this channel. But I will, just to keep this channel alive and active, I will drop a nugget here and there as a video. And so you may or may not even see me in your chats as often because I will be live and training and teaching in other places with various people that are willing to be a part of what I'm building. I have been building something away from this platform for the past few weeks, and I'm loving what I'm seeing. And so I'm going to be pouring a lot more of my time into that because it seems that that's where I'm being pushed to. That's where I'm being heard at. And I control that atmosphere a lot more than I would ever be able to control here. A lot of you, just like me, you go to a channel 1 minute and you enjoy the content and you go to your homepage or you go to wherever you usually go on various platforms and you'll look for those people and you're like, man, are they even making content anymore? And then you go to their actual channel by typing their name in and you realize it's been 3, 4, 5 weeks. They have all this content they've produced, but you never received the notification on it. I'm tired of that. I'm tired of that, especially when you follow so many channels. And usually, when you subscribe, for instance, here on YouTube, when you subscribe to a channel, you want to see that person's content. And to know that that person may have been knocked down in the algorithm for whatever reason, nobody really knows, even the big time gurus. You can listen to all of them. You just never know. Things change so fast here. And so I was just like, man, what is going on here? And so I'm literally just tired of playing this game. I am tired of jumping through hoops. I'm tired of the foolishness I'm seeing other creators do and say. I'm tired of a lot of things. And I truly believe that the way things are moving since I've kind of been away from this platform and doing other things and pouring myself into other things and building other things, I just feel that I'm going now in the right direction. And so I've created a new community. It is not attached to the educated natural name. So even if you go and you search, by my name, you're not going to find where I am because it's a total different name. And I did that on purpose. I wanted to see and make sure I was hearing God and the Holy Spirit in the right way. And so I built it on a total different name, different structure. We went all in on what God is telling me to do now. And I just wanted to make this video just to let you all know that no, I will not be live until further notice on this channel. It has been great. Thank you to each and every one of you that have been rocking with me in the comments. Thank you for the push. Thank you for your kindness. But I didn't want you all to be coming here on Wednesdays looking for me, knowing that I was not going to be here. And so this is my official goodbye to each and every one of you. It has been fun. It has been great. Continue to do what God has called you to do. Continue to be great. Those of you that have access to my Instagram inbox or to my website, you can always reach me there. I am not going MIA. I'm just moving. Just like I physically moved from one house to another house, I'm doing the same thing with my content. But I am not hard to find. I'm very Google-licious. You can always find me like that, but you can always go to my website if you don't see me on social media. And my website is my name, which is theeducatednatural.com. You will always find me there if you don't see me here. But just know God loves you. I love you as well. I thank each and every one of you for the support, but it's time for a change and it's time to move on. I can't continue to just stay in a place that's purposely keeping me stagnant and controlling a narrative it doesn't have the right to do. And so I'm moving. And I thank y'all for being here with me so far on my journey. And look forward to the videos that will be released on this channel. I'm sure you will get something out of it. And who knows, maybe in a future, maybe you'll see me in an ad, maybe you'll see me wherever. And if you see a place where you can come and find where I am and you want to be a part of it, you're always welcome. And I thank you. And that's all I have to say for this video. If you ever, like I said, if you ever need to reach out to me, go to my website, www.theeducatednatural.com, or find me on social media. If you talk to me, I definitely will talk back. But I wanted to make this video just to say thank you and let you know it's time for a change. And don't be afraid of change, especially when everything you look at is pointing you in another direction. I thank you all. Be blessed.